break down some of these licks here. We're basically playing straight ahead rock, mostly working in the A minor pentatonic scale. So the first lick goes a little something like this. Basically all A minor pentatonic, got the blues note in there. Yeah, let's play the first part. It's just a little hammer-on pull-off thing, so we go like this. So hammer on 4, pull off to your third finger, pull off to the first, 7 on the 4th string, and then 5 on the 3rd string. Little bend up, little vibrato maybe. And that's basically it. Now the second part of the lick I think is kind of cool because it's a little bit different. It's in triplets, so the timing's a little bit different. The first part of the lick is 16th notes and 8th notes. And the second part is a different feel. It's triplets. But I think a cool sounding simple lick. So downstroke on the 4th string here on the 7th fret, upstroke on the 7th on the 5th, downstroke on the 5 on the 4th string. So we got this. Then upstroke on the 7, so straight alternate picking, starting with the downstroke. Then downstroke on the 5 on the 3rd. Upstroke on the 7th on the 4th. Hold that for a second. And then pull off. So really slow, we got this. I'm also palm muting a little bit here. So try that as opposed to letting all the notes ring out. It's kind of muted. A little bit of a different sound. So that's the first lick. Let's play all through from beginning to end. A little something like this. So the second lick goes a little something like this. So I'll play through once, all the way through, and then we'll talk about it. So. All right, so the thing to point out here very obviously is the last part of the lick is the same as the first lick. So it's kind of a repeat idea that I'm using throughout the entire track, that little triplet lick. Kind of acts as a little bit of glue to hold things together when you have a theme that kind of runs through. So that's the takeaway there. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward pentatonic stuff. So let's play through it. The first part is, and notice that the palm muting I talked about in the first lick, try that with all these licks. As opposed to where all the notes ring out, try a little palm muting. It's the first notes right there, so 5, 7, 5, 7, and slide up to 4, 5. So where you can hammer on the first note if you want to. 7 on the 3rd string. Then we do the little hammer on pull off. Really fast hammer on pull off, pull off. So bend up on the 7, pull off, bend down, pull off. 7 on the third, and then 7 on the fourth. Then we do that same lick again that we saw in the first lick. And that's it. So pretty basic stuff. Again, one of the big takeaways there is that lick that we use to close out this lick, which is kind of a theme that runs throughout the entire jam. So that's it. Let's play through from the beginning. All right, this last lick is a pretty even 16th note lick for at least for the first part of it. It's a really even 16th notes. Let's play through it, and then we'll kind of break it down. So. That's it. So. Obviously, the kind of meat of this lick is the first bar where we play through those fast 16th notes. So let me break that down. So slide up 4, 5, and then hammer up to 8. And then we do this thing. So let's break that down just from the 5 on the first string, the first time we get to the first string. So 5, 7, 5, pull off, 8 on the second and 5, and then 8, 5, pull off, 8, 5, third and second, and then 8 on the third string, pull off 7, 5. So that whole part, starting with the 5 on the first string, it's like this. Last 2 notes of that section is just a 7 on the 4th string, 5 on the 3rd. So all together, that first section, which again is really the meat of this lick, it's like this. Next, we slide up 8 to 10 to that A note. Slide up twice. You can hammer the second time. On that 8 on the first string, do a little bend or a little vibrato. And then the last part of the lick is really straightforward. Bend up. 8, 10, bend down, and 8, 10, and 10 on the second string, the A note, and then pull off to the 8 or pick it. So that's it. That's the lick. Again, focus on that first part. That's really the meat of this lick. Let's break it down all the way through. And one more time.